Secondly, I have to tell you that the women in the West have changed their styles, which is very, very dangerous for their society. Because they have also taken to the egoistical ways of men. So if men have gone, say, 10 feet, they have run after them again about, say, 8 feet, and pulled back men even to go further than them. Now this is completely crossing your egos, because women do not have such possibility of egos normally. So competing men in ego, what you did, you have lost your complete maryadas of a woman. There's no maryada of a woman. Man has a maryada of a man. If a man starts behaving like a woman, he is not a man. In the same way, the women, if they start behaving like men, then they are no more women. They have lost their maryadas, they are out, so they get possessed. And that's why women, when they are egoistical, they become horrid. Their faces become horrid, they look horrid, their whole behavior is horrid. They can become dry like bean sticks, you see, and could be so hard as to hit you like an iron rod. They say the lady with the iron rod in her hand. All this happens because we have a maryada. We are the style as we are. If it's a rose, it's a rose. Be happy that you are a flower of rose. Now the rose wants to become the thorn. So we lose all our maryadas. Today I will be speaking to you before we start this here, when the people are coming, before that, to the ladies and tell them what's gone wrong with them. And that is how you must know that the plight of the West is not by men but by women. Women have ruined the society of Western society. It's the Indian women who have kept the society intact. All my really thanks to their solid behavior towards life. It is the women of this country who have ruined all that was so delicate, emotional, beautiful, love, affection, compassion. Women are there to give joy and happiness and emotional security to the whole society. While they take over, do this, give that, do that. Even the husbands have become just like servants in the house. You haven't done the cleaning properly, you haven't cleaned the kitchen properly. I went to England, I was surprised, all kitchen cleaning and all that is so well done in England. You see, you have everything for cleaning this, cleaning that. I said, why it has happened? It's the men, you see, they had to do it, so they found out all the ways and methods. Has to be sparkling, all right. Sparkling you want, I'll get you such a thing that if you put in your hand will burn. All the acid is put everywhere. With a big glove in the hand, put it everywhere, right? And everything gets on. Then the children, you see, suffer. Because that's the job of a gardener. Beautiful things that are born, to be looked after with that kindness. But you overindulge into your children in the beginning. A mother is like a gardener. She has to prune also. She has to cut also. So the growth is all right. If your child is spoiled, you are no good a mother, useless you are. But you groom your husband, not your children. Just the other way around. Because ego is towards your husband, all the time grooming. Sit here, go there, what this, money, business, give me all the money, I keep all the money, everything. Now one may say that the law is such. If the law is stupid, the Sahajoginis should not take to such a law. That law has ruined you all, I tell you. Because this is such an important part of life. It is such an important area of life that it should not have suffered. Where affection, love, kindness, all that is required is missing, then you become people without any meaning. Life is aimless. You don't know what to do. That's why the children commit suicide. And then the love should be such that it should be proved. For that you must have wisdom, which also one does not develop, because if you run after your Muladhara Chakra, how can you have wisdom? Here men have befooled you completely. Completely they have befooled you. Take it from me. You must keep your wisdom intact. And not only that they have befooled you, but they themselves have stooped down to befool you. So they have their devious methods, they are not straightforward. So, as Sahajogis, we are above all these things. We have reached a state where we are above. We are here for correcting all those things that have gone wrong in the society, because Sahajoga faces towards the society, not towards yourself only. So at this stage we have to understand what we have to do is, first of all, our own understanding should be such. Even now, with all this movement of Sahajoga understanding, women don't realize that they have to be like women. I have seen that. They still, what's wrong? Still go on. And men don't understand that they have to be like men, even after so many. And if they become really like men, women will appreciate them. And if you become really like women, men will appreciate you. You see, it's the opposites that attracts each other. That should be normal. But we live in abnormal way that the men are women and women are men. What do you do now? So it is very important for men to understand now, because I am going to talk to women later on, that they should become like men. They must fix up things. They must take decisions. They must be the one who must rule. But that's outward. Actually, it's the source, is the woman. The woman is the potential and man is the kinetic. For example, there is a fan moving. Movement of the fan is the kinetic force, we can say. But the potential force that is within us is the one which is the electricity which is coming from the source, which is higher. The fan that moves or the source. Let the women decide and men understand. But if that source dries out and wants to become the fan, no fan will work. Upside down situation. If you realize you are the source, you are the one who is going to give all the Shakti to men. You will stop behaving like men. It doesn't mean that you cannot go to work, you cannot do, but take to work which is more suitable to women. Like I would not like a woman to have a bus driver's job or a truck driver or wrestler. No, I'm not telling, I'm telling from experience. Once I was traveling, I was a student at that time in Lahore, you see, and I was traveling by train. And at some station, you see, the train stopped in the night. And a lady came. And she said, open the door for me. So I said, it's so crowded, all right, I'll try. And she said, if you don't open, I can break it. I said, how can you? She said, you don't know who I am? I said, who? She said, I'm Hamida Bano. I said, who's Hamida Bano? The wrestler lady. Oh, Baba. I said, thank God. I'll open. I said, if you are a wrestler lady, why are you coming in the ladies' department? Why don't you go to the men's? And she pushed the door so violently. She came up, I looked at her, I said, wow, what a person. And she sat down, you see, with the whole her countenance and everything, her whole gait and state of sitting, everything was so manly like that. She sat down and said, now come along now. Those who want to say, I should not sit here. I said, nobody wants that. Now, madam, you sit comfortably. But we'll have to get somebody from the other compartment to have wrestling. And then she was quiet. And she was really, I saw her, all her muscles so overdeveloped, and she was really, looking like, I would say, a western cow, we can say. Like the cows here look like buffaloes, not like cows. Something very funny, I cannot forget that. You see, that experience, I was very young and I was really, and I did not, felt like laughing, but I couldn't even laugh. I thought she'll box my. So this is what it is, that we are ending up there, must know that. How far are we going? Are we going to become wrestlers? So this is what it is. One has to learn that it has been there for ages. Ages it has been there. I have seen, I've read books, some books, old books, I've seen some films also, where they have shown, even in olden times, the women used to have broom in their hand, sitting their husband sort of thing. We do have some of them, blessed in India, but there are very, very few women like that. Not a big number. But it may increase, God knows. See? So keep your fingers crossed. But I would say that this is what is happening. So with too much ego of men, which goes into left Shuddhi, they say not, let the women take over. It's all right, let them be satisfied. No more of their aggression. Let them have their own. So they do what they like. Men are not bothered. And they go into their left, this thing. There's no enjoyment of marriage or love. So now we have, yesterday the other marriage, for the benefit of your children, for the goodness of them, all that, take your roles as women and men. Your roles are as women and men, and you will see you'll enjoy it. The quarrel should be on that role. The man wants to do something for you, should say, no, no, no. How can you do? That's too much for me. Let me do this work. As I have told you many a times how my husband, when he gets angry, he wants to wash his undershirt, you see, to show he's angry. Or when he's very angry, then he will clean the bathroom. But he does it so badly that I know that he has done. I feel like laughing, but I dare not, because I must keep his spirit on. And then he starts talking in a very, you see, respectable way to everyone. Thou, he calls everyone thou, you see, thou. He says, thou are like that, thou are like that. So I know now he's really angry for something. But he won't say what is he angry with. See, then we have to find out what is he angry with, and if so, don't feel guilty, correct. And then he finds, you see, there are so many ways of neutralizing the anger. The first thing that happens with ego is the anger. As yesterday you got married, you must know how to neutralize this, because still ego is there. Now to find out how to neutralize the anger of another person is a very beautiful thing, which I have never seen your writers handling, but in India we have many writers who have handled this situation. Now you must find out what are the weak points of your husband, first of all, and of your wife. On what points she get upset. Now the attitude should be, we should not upset her, we should not make her angry, and the another attitude of the wife the same way, much more for the husband. So now what are the soft points on which he really gets upset? Just study, it's very simple. I laugh at it, don't take it seriously, but be careful to avoid that. Now also find out what makes him happy. Like if I'm really, sometimes I never get angry, as you know that, I never get angry. But if I am showing off my anger, just let it be, it's all right, sit down. You understand, Sergio? All right. So, now how to show that, how to neutralize an anger of a person. Say now, supposing I am trying to show, if you put a child in my lap, finished, anger is gone. I cannot show anger with a child on my lap, it's simple. So you must find out, like my husband, you see, if he is angry, supposing, I know him, then if I tell him that, what about getting me a nice sari? Oh, finished, then he is very happy. He's saying, I have done him the greatest favor, see. Like that. You see, you must find out what thing pleases your husband, what thing pleases your wife, and neutralize it. And you see, little things like that you must learn. This is the art of living. This is the art of living a Sahaja Yogi life. The art of living is how with little few things, you see, how manage. Now you must have seen how in my lecture I say quite serious things, but in your bubbles of laughter, it just settles down in your mind. That's how you should do it. Because humor is one of the greatest things that puts the thing through, makes the person understand, and it doesn't harm anyone. That's how things improve. And when you see that you are settled down in peace, that's the first thing a husband-wife must do, is to settle down in peace. Children feel all right. Everyone feels all right. And then gradually let it correct. You have no responsibility of correcting each other. But if you have married somebody who is not a Sahaja Yogini, who is horrid and all that, then the question is very different. But both are Sahaja Yogis, married before me, should be the easiest thing to do. And protect each other. Look after each other. There should be complete confidence. And this is, we have in our country. Really, I must say, our marriage system has something special about it. What happened once I went to Singapore, you'll be surprised, in the early times, I was going to America. And there was one horrible diplomat's wife, she came drunk to the program. And she was asked to get out because she was drunk. So she informed our Prime Minister, Indira Gandhi, that this lady is doing this kind of work, she should not do this, she is a diplomat's wife and she is so highly placed and this and that. So Indira Gandhi, without understanding anything, told one fellow who was Haksar, who was her main person, that you go and tell Mr. Srivastav that this should not be done and she should be brought back. So the minister, you see, getting a message from Indira Gandhi means the death blow has come to the minister that time. So he sent for my husband. And he called him. And he said that we think your wife should be called back and this is what has happened. And she said, why? Why do you want to call her? She doesn't drink, she doesn't smoke. She doesn't do anything wrong. She's the most decent woman. She's very dignified. And she knows what she's doing. She's doing good work for no money at all. She's doing nothing wrong. And if you want, I'll resign, but I'll not call her. And he got a fright of his life. Because if he resigns, who's going to do the job? So capable. Just said, I'll resign. And they were all shocked at it, you see. The way he was confident. And this I came to know through somebody else, himself the minister, who was dead, half dead, with the message from the Prime Minister. See? And he then sent back, he also got to see within himself. He said, I know the lady very well. She's very dignified. She's a very decent lady. She's very dharmic. We shouldn't disturb her. And the fellow Haksar who had sent the message also got a shock, you see, and pushed back the shock to Indira Gandhi. Since then she has never tried to interfere with my work. You'll be surprised. She's never tried to interfere. This is my husband's confidence in my work and understand. That we should have. You must know your wife and know your husband. They cannot do such and such thing. Same about your children. You must have full confidence in them. You must know what they are up to, how far they can. And then this confidence and inner understanding is the one road to peace, love and affection. Complete confidence into each other, wherever they may be. I can say with confidence, you send my daughters anywhere, they'll never take to a dharmic life, nor my son-in-laws, but my own daughters I can tell you. They can never think of a dharmic life, whatever you may try. It should be that confidence within you about your own children. Like they were small, very small, and the neighbors came and said that your daughters came and were using this, our garden for morning ablution. I said, what? I said, my children, even if they can go into your bathroom, you take them. I'll give you 2,000 rupees just now, right now. You just ask them to go to your bathroom. That's all. I know them too well. If somebody will say that your daughter has taken something, I know them too well. They can never touch anybody's things. I know them too well. They'll never take any obligation from anyone like that. I know them too well. So that's what you should know your children too well. Don't insult them in the presence of others. Build up their character and majesty by saying, come along, you are a Sahaja Yogi. You are great. You be this, that. And put them on that path. Keep them there. Respect. But don't spoil them. Don't spoil them. We normally spoil, either we're overindulgent or you make them overindulgent. Both things are wrong. It's again ego. Tell them how to share things. Tell them how to share. And like if they share, they give it to somebody else, you should be happy. It's given to others. Give this to others. Let others play. You see, you show your happiness on that. You yourself give to others. Then the children learn all these things. So marriage is a very big bondage for Sahaja Yoga. Through marriages we are all bound together. It's all a society of very happily married people. Now if somebody is not capable of having a good marriage, better forget about it. Forget. See, after all, I've seen women of 60 of my age asking for a marriage. Yes, there are women and men. And they are 60 years, mother, I'm only 60, I would like to get married. I said, what? At 60 I have thousands of children. How can you say of such a thing? I mean, you should not be bride all your life. You should be a mother and a grandmother. I think after 45, nobody should think of marriage. It's nonsense. It's nonsense. After 45, even married women should know that they are mothers and they are going to be grandmothers. They are all the time brides. See, that's why. That's one of the reasons why marriages fail. Because you are not a bride after, say, 30 years of age or 35 years of age. You are a mother, absolute mother you are. And you are a father. And that's how you live as father and mother of the children. We are called like that in our country. Till the age of 30 years, we are called as the brides, like Dulhan. But once you are grown up, I am never called as my name by anyone. They say Kalpana's mother or Sadhana's mother. Or even my husband is called as Kalpana's father. He is never called by his name. Because you become a father and a mother, accept that position. But no, you want to be brides at that age, so you want to have all the bed like a bride has, all the bedroom thing, or like a bride has in the bedroom thing. And it doesn't work out. Because you are no more a bride. And then you think, oh, this man has become insipid, this woman has become insipid. Then you go to another woman, another man, goes on. Then you go to children and spoil the innocence of the people. But if you accept, grow properly, mature like Sahaja Yogis, as father and mother, as dignified people, it's not the source of love only as husband's or wife's relationship. There are so many relationships which are greater source, but depends on at what point you are. When you are a small little river, right, all right. But now you have become the ocean, so become the ocean. When you become the sea, you become the sea. When you become the ocean, you become the ocean. A sea cannot remain like a small little beginning, can it? In the same way, everyone must know that they must grow out from this relationship and should not go on hankering all the time, that husband and wife. Like 45 years of age, they are still finding out their husbands. Are they mad? This should stop in our Sahaja Yoga. Now, all those who have gone beyond certain age should stop bothering me about marriages. Should become mothers. There are so many children to be looked after. We are going to have nurseries. Better be there. What is it? What is the companionship? The companionship is with children, with the grandchildren, with great-grandchildren. This is what one has to understand. Men and women both. Men are just the same. Men also never become fathers. If you are full-fledged fathers, you don't have these ideas of marriage. Forget it. If it doesn't work out with one woman, forget it. Then forget it. No need. You have had enough of it. So this kind of a thing is not necessary at all. And it has worked in a society which is not a Sahaja Yogi society. So it should work in you. So social ways, Indians are quite good. But they are bad in economics and politics. Never follow their politics. Horrid. Horrid. I mean, I can't think of a worse politics than Indian politics. It's the worst of all. If you listen to that, you will not know whether to cry or laugh. It's such idiots, all donkeys have gone into politics. absolutely donkeys, worse than that. They bray like donkeys, they behave like donkeys, they kick each other, they do all kinds of things. Can you imagine? It's so horrifying. I mean, if you want to have a joke, then you can look at it from a joke point of view. Of the donkeys, you see, behaving like absolutely as if they are in charge of our great country. So most of them are donkeys. I have not come across many who are sensible. And those who are sensible also want to become donkeys. What to do? That is their greatest desire, is to imagine a saint wants to become a donkey. So let us know that whatever are our good points are our good points, that we should not lose. Whatever are our bad points, we should correct them. This is a very balanced view towards oneself. Because we are the gain. Nobody else is going to gain. And Sahajogis have to be selfish about it. We are the gainers. If we gain, the whole body gains. Whole of Sahajoga gains. So this is what I am telling you about your social life, which is very important, and about your ego. But the most important thing is that once you are in the Sahasrara, you become my brain. You become really my brain. And so you have to be very careful, because you are not thinking about your family, your children, your household, not thinking about Melbourne ashram or Sydney ashram or Australia, but you are thinking about the whole world and the whole universe and the betterment of it. When you grow to that state, you become really part and parcel of my brain, which is concerned with very bigger visions, higher things. It works on lower levels also. That's something good about it. But it can work on your individual levels. I pay attention to your individual problems, to your individual suggestions, to anything that you say. But the light is for the whole universe. So we enter into the realm of universal religion, which we have to awaken, which we have to work on. Unless and until you achieve that state, you will not be called full-fledged Sahajogis. So to achieve that, you must work hard. Or we can call, now you are Sahajogis, you will become Mahayogis. So we have to achieve that state of Mahayoga. From this to that is very simple, works out. Imagine 4 years back, I never thought that I will be able to establish so many of you here as my children. And it has happened today. It's such a great thing that in 4 years we have been able to achieve such beautiful results. And next year will be greater still. I can see from the way people were there. So, one has to understand in Sahaja obedience to what mother says is order. But some people have a bad habit of taking up over, for mother's sake do it, for mother. Who is the person? Why should anybody say that do it for mother's sake? Or mother says so. No, when you are the spirit, you understand what mother says. So try to understand your spirit. That's the best way you can work it out and you can be nice. I want all our children to grow from that height. Let them start with a better standards, from a better levels, because we started from a lower levels. We had problems. But let our children start from a higher level. And Melbourne is the place I've chosen for our children to grow. So I hope women will take their roles, men will take their roles, and it will be a nice family system built here, a nice society, and this nice society, what's it? Put it off. I know.